Good evening everyone, welcome back to 2S Assetto Corsa Competizione. It is the 11th season. We are here for the third round, coming off the back of an absolutely amazing race in the rain at Hungary. We are here at Silverstone in Great Britain, and we have just arrived in time for the first qualifying laps by the two Fast Forward Racing team drivers. Dominic Illigner with a 57.5, already putting down an absolute marker. I think I'm not too aware what a good time is, but that feels really fast, especially with the, well, not new tire model anymore. It's probably been out for a year now, but yeah, it's the tire model I have never driven on. For that feels really fast. Then it's Chumley behind in second, and George Rosu, I don't know, we're going with Rosu, is a returning driver who I believe has become an absolute sweat during his absence. He's shown some sparks of pace, but was ultimately, ultimately didn't score the best results. Now he is back, and he will look to try and improve his reputation by showing us some great results, and in practice he was fast. Now he's third provisionally with a third of qualifying to go. Oh, he spins! We didn't see that. It's fine. We'll jump out of the way and instead look at Tommy Azelin, Luxembourgish driver. He has finished on the podium last time out, but he was not the star of that race. We'll be keeping an eye out for the number 87 BMW. Ben Loos, he of course did win last week in Hungary for the first time ever. Was an amazing performance from him. Was hunted down by Azelin and Jack Colley towards the end. Also Jakowski finished fourth. So yeah, he withstood a lot of pressure in that one, and is now trying to capitalize on that. I've not looked at the championship standings, but I think he might well be up there. Let me quickly check that one out to see how it's going. Oh god, we've moved it to server. We've moved it to how's it called? I can't talk anymore. We've moved it to a Google Drive, haven't we? Oh no, it's on the SimGrid, I assume. Oh god. Well, I am, well, let's see the standings as Ben puts it sixth, behind the drivers he was challenged by last week. So, it is Tommy Azelin leading the way in the standings on 73 points. Here, have a look at his car. The Aston Martin. Also, I might have been really quiet because I was talking away from the microphone. I apologize for that. I'll try and talk in the right direction. But it's hard because the standings are on the screen and the other way. So we've got, right, it is Tommy Azelin in the Aston Martin, then Ben Loos in the BMW, followed by our reigning champion and in my book still championship favorite Dominic Illigner, who's currently also sitting in provisional pole with about half the session to go. So those are our top three in the standings, only 1 point separating Azelin from Ben Loos. And yeah, that's it. Veldman is in the pit lane right now, but he's put in a decent time as well, 57.8, just not as fast as his teammate up front, Illigner, and even on his time, coming up towards the end of the lap. Maybe he can carve out a few hundredths of a second, which, I mean, that could be vital towards the end, especially since Tommy Azelin looks to be improving on his time. We now have, Illigner improves just a little bit, parks his car, getting ready for the second stint of his qualifying session, but Tommy Azelin is also up some time, and he's now coming up towards Abbey, and will then head down towards a village corner. The F1 layout turns 3, 4, and 5, and that looks pretty nice indeed, though of course TV cam, pretty tough to judge if it is actually fast. Illigna is looking to bounce back, of course, after last week, which was a terrible race for him. He looked like it was the fastest car in theory, but then he spun on the first lap in the rain, putting his car on the curb, and failing to recover from that. He finished, I think, like 6th or something. So not the greatest effort from him, though his pace was really good. Now he carries the pace over, but maybe Tommy Azzelin can outdo him. Now Jack Colley splits the two for the moment, being Azzelin across the line, and it is not an improvement, so he must have bottled some time in the second half of that lap. He was certainly up a 10th. So he's got pole in himself, just needs to put it together, and he's got 5 more minutes to do it. Looks like he's not heading into the pit lane, so I don't know what he's doing there, but that is something to keep an eye out for. Jack Colley in the McLaren. We will keep the Yorkshire tea bashing. Oh, wait, is it even Yorkshire? Is it? How do you pronounce it? Shire, right? Yeah, Yorkshire. I don't know. English people. So we'll leave the slander for today, but he has put in a really, really good time. And now is on the hunt for more. But oh my god, Azzelin's up 3/10. This could be absolutely enormous this lap. Now it's down to 2, but still really, really good. Let's go on board with him and have a bit of a look at that driving, since it seems to be very, very good on the timing sheets. How does it look on the road? Number 9 is spun. That's Renault. He goes to the pits. Just pointing it out because that was 2 corners up ahead for Tommy Azzelin, the driver we are on board with at the moment. Trying to get a good run out here in Village back onto the Wellington Straight. And he's still up 3/10. It looks like this might be the lap to take provisional pole and maybe even pole in total. 62 causing some flags. That's Blind Vinkia. I think he is a newcomer, though he's been on the service since F1 Season 4, which is about 4 years ago now. So, old face, new to this game, but now Tommy Azzelin. I think this is going to be provisional pole. Let's watch him cross the line. It's going to be a 57.362. Really good from him. And the one looking to counter that is, of course, Illigna. And he might just have that within himself. He's already up a 10th. Now Azzelin lets off the gas, and I don't think he's got more time for timed laps in himself for this. So this is where he's going to end his session. No, he might get one more run, actually. He might get one more lap. But I doubt he can beat this. So if Illigna puts himself ahead, the way should be cleared for that important pole position that he, if he obtains it, he should try his best not to bottle again like last week. I'm going to make sure to remind him of that fact a lot. Now going through Village, having to thread the needle there on the high sausage curbs to make sure your car isn't unsettled. I think he's managed that pretty nicely. He's scratching the 1/10th mark on his Delta. And that looked like a decent enough run. Now it's all going to come down to the last 2 corners. It's going to be Tommy Azzelin or Illigna. Azzelin has gone for one more run, so he will get that lap in. Illigna certainly has got time, but he just needs to bag it right now. Making sure he can head into Cobb's Corner as the leading car later on today. The BMW ahead is a little bit spooky because it's not that fast. I don't think it gives slipstream, so that is just a nuisance, but I think it's going to be enough for Dominic Illigna as he goes across and he beats Azzelin by 22 thousandths of a second. And I think that BMW is just going to block his final F. Oh my god, that certainly cost time, so this lap will not be an improvement for Illigna. One cooldown run in it, and then maybe another one. Who's the BMW? Who's just checked out completely? Is that Schmidt? Dustin Schmidt? It is indeed. So a German messing it up for another German. While the third German is holding the camera. Dustin goes to the pit lane. Not gonna be a happy Dominic in the Audi for fast forward racing. So Dustin Schmidt, I think, new driver as well. Have not seen him before. Of course, I did not watch the Mazzano race, so I've missed that in case he's driven there or any of the other drivers. I keep saying are newcomers. If they've driven in that race, I wouldn't know. So apologize for that. There goes Geider, and he slight improvement I think, but it's not a lot. Ben Luz though is on a good one, so we should keep an eye out for him. These deltas being inconsistent though, I don't know if I should trust it. Rosso also on a good one. They both are at a similar part of the track, club corner, roughly. And yeah, both up 3/10. That could put them towards 5th and what would that be, like 3rd respectively. And we'll see. We're going to Village now. Is anyone in chat? Let me have a look. We've got Higgsy here, our new cracked Porsche Esports Super Cup driver. And also we got Dragon. But, wait, are you driving, Dragon? I hope you are. Of course you wouldn't be qualifying. I don't see you in the server. So you should probably change that. You might still have the time to do it. And Ben Lewis might still have the time to do another lap after this one, which he will be needing, because that is only P7 behind Rosu and Veldman. And Rosu will certainly improve. There comes the BMW across, and that is a banger. That is 3rd for the moment. Good stuff from him. Now everyone on their final runs, 13 seconds on the clock. Veldman's done for today. He's only a P6, a Season 9 champion. Looks like his fortunes this season are looking kind of down. Not getting it together as of now. Alexander Diakovsky, not mentioned him today, at least referring to the ongoing qualifying session, but I don't think he can get himself up the order. He, of course, was a challenger for the win in the later stages of last week's race until he completely fell apart with a bug, as he claims himself, that made him have no sound, and of course that loses you a lot of feel for the car. And he dropped 2 places, completely off the podium in that. Now he's 8th, only up 1/10, so I don't think he's going to be a factor for the win today. Though it's of course too early to count him out. Now Azalin has conceded his run. He goes into the pit lane. He of course is the teammate of Diakovsky. Illigner flying down into the braking zone, trying to get a good run here through Club with the sausage curbs on the inside. He has basically got pole in the back. Maybe Rosso can challenge him. Chumley also still with the potential, but neither of them is up on their times. Illigner done well at this rate. He's up 2/10. Can he maybe even break it to the 56s? I really doubt it, but maybe he's got some time he can dig up spontaneously here. Let's have a look through what's the corner called Luffield. It's Luffield, I think. And then, what's that, Woodcote? No, I have actually no idea how this bend is called. It doesn't really matter. It is the start-finish bend. And a 57.122 for Dominic Illigner. That should seal pole position. Rosso's still in club corner. He's up a 10th, but he'll need 3 in a bit to put it together. The pink atrocity of Damn Chumley. Yup. Sam Chumley, 5th. Not then. That is already the end of our session, so a lot of drivers had already completed their runs that I did not see coming. Yeah, waiting for the grid walk. It is a dry session as opposed to last week, which was one of the few rain races we've experienced that was actually just a genuine banger. But this time it's Silverstone, and with or without rain, should be a good one. Overtaking certainly possible. Let's go for the 3rd grid walk of our season. So on pole, I think for the 3rd time in a row, is Dominic Illigner, currently 3rd in the championship. He's got something to prove. He wants to retake the title he won last season. Tommy Azalin 2nd, our championship leader, looking to challenge Illigner right off the start. Then George Rosu comes back in the BMW. He's been a sweat in the meantime, and it is showing. Great qualifying for him. 2nd row shared with Jack Colley in 4th, who just fell short last week as well. Sam Chumley made a huge mistake last week and couldn't quite recover back into the leaders group. This time he starts from 5th. Good position to challenge into the race. Nico Veldman looks like he's lacking a little bit of the pace of his teammate. Maybe the racecraft can do the trick. Then Ben Lewis, the surprise winner from last time, 2nd in the championship, only from P7 today. Maybe he can gain some places. Alexander Dakovsky, always a factor. I think he gained the most off the start last time in Hungary, where everyone kind of died, so maybe he can do that again, although I hope no one dies off the start. Then Pavel Gajda in 9th. He is back in the Aston Martin, ahead of Blindevinkje in the Mercedes in his 1st or 2nd race. I'm not quite sure. Then silver class lead goes to Art van Geffen. in the orange McLaren, very patriotic livery. It's the Dutch way, just there. Then Tim Kusch war P12 ahead of Jorge Prieto in the BMW, who I believe finished clear of everyone in the normal midfield and was gapped by everyone at the front of the field. So a little bit of in a space of his own. Let's see where he'll end up today. Antoine Oliveira returns to the bottom end of Pro Class, as he's unfortunately done a lot in recent seasons, but in the race his experience should come in quite handy. Then Niels Krüger in 15th ahead of Aiden Bailey. They are 2nd and 3rd in class. Silver class drivers, as you can see by the grey backdrop of their driver numbers on the left. Then Jack Mills 17th. How will he die this time? We don't know. We're going to find out. Simone Zanoni P18 ahead of Andrew Moulton with a solid qualifying, who heads the row and shares it with Michal Reinoa. Then Marvin Betsch in 47. He was really good last week in Hungary. His qualifying fortunes don't look to be that good. Then it is Baudetto in 22, Brian in 23, and then I have to scroll over in my broadcast and play to get an idea. Martin Bryan 23, Jelle Damstra 24, Jack Newton 25, Dustin Schmidt 26, and Ruben van den Hudding in 27. I've not mentioned him today, but he is, of course, well, he's been in most championship fights. He's just not won any of them. I will need to get more water. Bear with me. Here we go. Oh, so Dragon's steering wheel yoinked itself. That is quite bad. Also, I'll have to do one thing quickly for the peace of my soul, which is check the new Aston Martin livery. I'm sorry, I kind of have to do that. I'm too curious. We are on the formation lap. Show me the car. Well, I'm showing you this car. Oh my god, it's Fernando Alonso in green. Oh my god, it is exactly the same car as last year. Amazing. Who is surprised? I am not. Which is not bad. Good livery. Yeah, grip looking healthy. I think some grit helping out a little bit. When it comes to that. So, okay. What are we looking at for the race? It's gonna be dry, of course. Strategy pretty standard. Just the usual. One pit stop required. Refueling is obligatory, and everyone will do that. Then tire change is optional. The pit window, well, not the pit window. The stopping time is gonna be enforced at 25 seconds minimum. So you know, if you don't take tires, you basically gain 5 seconds, and then you'll have to justify the decision by not losing those 5 seconds until the end of the race because of your tire wear. And yeah, that's how that looks. It's pretty standard stuff. We've seen this over and over again. I'm just mentioning it because, of course, with SimGrid we got plenty new people. Though those new people should probably be on track right now. So I don't even know why I'm explaining it. Maybe it's just to fill the air until we finally go racing. Silverstone, quite the long formation lap. It's quite exhausting for a commentator. My voice is also already getting a bit bad. So now we go double file into turn 1. I mean, I don't really expect an overtake. I hope there's not going to be carnage. Of course, that's happened plenty of times in real life. and especially in GT3 racing online. Turn 1 at Silverstone, Cop's Corner. Quite infamous. Dom should be safe, unless he gets the classic Illigner start, where he drops to second. He should be fine. He should be gaining. Well, he should be going into Cops with a healthy lead, but maybe Rosu will be able to attack Assetto on the inside. It's all going to come down to this. Waiting for the lights. It is going to be Audi versus Aston Martin into turn 1. And we go... Uh-oh. We don't go green. Where's the line? Oh, it's the other line. I'm an experienced commentator, by the way. We go green in Silverstone. That was a really good start from Dominic Illigner. He's completely defended his position already. Rosso is going to be in conflict with Giacolli. Is a little bit conservative on the inside. Giacolli completely extends the corner and goes up to third. So that is nice. Meanwhile, boxed in is Sam Chumley. Bloss on the outside. Veldman on the inside. Also, there's Jakowski looking in. Bloss with a pretty bad start. He drops the position. Pavagaida. No, wait, that's not Gaida. That is Blindevinkie with a really good start. Looking to capitalize off of that, and we've already got our first deaths towards the back of the order. Who is that? It is the 38 is out. That's Dustin Schmidt, and we're going for a quick replay already to make sure we figure out what happens there. Dustin. Oh no, the two... No, that's not two Ferraris. That is a... Oh, that's Ruben and a Ferrari. And they collect dust. And so 3 cars at the very end of the grid already spun facing the wrong way. Can we get out of the replay, please? I want to show the fight for the lead. Let's hope we didn't miss anything. Nope, we didn't. But that is a mistake from George Rosso, who was trying to re-overtake Jack Colley. And that did not go well. Now they're heading towards Abbey. But the inside line for the McLaren will mean that I don't think Rosso has got anything to do about that. Chumley leaps from the back in his pink atrocity, and Veldman looking for a gap, not finding it though. So those guys all posturing very hard, but no one brave enough to go for the move, which is probably good because there's 58 minutes to go in this race and you don't want to throw away your chances or the race of someone else this early on. What else is going on? So Pavagaida, no wait, Tim Krusva is now challenging Ben Loos. Our championship second and newest race winner is struggling pretty hard in the opening stages of this race. The yellow Audi breathing down the inside, and there's a little bit of contact there. And I think Tim's just leapt to the left, and somehow got that move done pretty cleanly. Olive now lurking, he's up 2 places from the start. That's the experience I was talking about during the grid walk, and it is coming in handy as he's gained 2 places already. Now looking at the Luxembourgish driver in the BMW Lamborghini, looking quite combative today. What else is going on? So in silver class we've got Ad van Geffen. He is down to 15th, which is second in class behind Niels Krüger. Oh, what is that? Is that a lunge from Krusva? Oh, Krusva and Loos are fighting it out, so the move had all... Well, Krusva was ahead and Loos was trying to get that back, and now they're both just losing loads of time. Gaida with a healthy bit of a gap. He can look into his rearview mirror and be pretty calm about the situation, because those two are tearing each other to shreds right now. And Jorge Prieto in the BMW now pulling out of the slipstream on Antoine Olivier. So does Ben Loos, so there's going to be plenty of fights going on into Stowe, but no one is able to pull off an overtake. Now Van Geffen sees the chance at Krüger, maybe. He does not seize it though, because, well, Krüger now leading class. So something must have happened to Ad. Oh my god, what an absolute send by Aiden Bailey there, who almost runs right into the back of the Dutchman, is able to avoid though, so that went over well in the end. Also, I just want to praise the class separation again. Just look at that. The worst, well, not worst, but like the last pro class driver without an incident is Jorge Prieto, and he is also ahead of the first silver class driver. So perfect separation there. Niels Krüger at the front in the driver's seat in silver class. So that is going to be a second fascinating race to keep an eye out for. I think we've just had a little bit of an incident. Oh wait, what was that? We just cut away from action. There was a green car. Who's the green car? The Blindevinkie? No, I have no idea. I just cut away from some fight. I'm sorry for that. There's loads going on. Don't know what to focus on. Okay, so what we got? We got Giacolli is not quite able to go the pace of the top 2. Unfortunately, Rosso is not will not have a fond opinion of that. Since he is at the mercy of Jack Colley. He needs the McLaren driver to be able to somehow keep up with the top two if he wants a chance at winning this race, or he needs to get past as soon as he can. Silverstone, of course, overtaking is possible, but it is earned. You have to work for it. And now there's death. Death descends on the racetrack as Niels Krüger, the silver class leader, is already out. Let's hope there was no contact. Let's go for a quick replay to find out what struck the Audi driver, going through Maggots and Beckett's. But I think he's probably just done that himself. Yep, he absolutely has. And Advertreffen says thank you very much, or whatever the hell it is in Dutch. His direct rival in silver class yeets himself off the circuit, able to keep it out of the barrier, but that puts him right to the back of the order. Terrible news for the German. So now, it's not the case anymore that both races are being led by a German. Illigner, though, looking quite solid. He only looked solid for 3 corners last week. No, 2 corners. Oh wait, there's another one off. Is that Chumley? Yes, it is Chumley, and it's completely gone wrong. That is Krusva and Loos going. Oh my God, there's a body check. What is going on? We're going for a replay quickly. Let's check that one out. But Antoine is fighting Tim for position as well. Yeah, we need to make sure we see this Chumley funny business. What is he gonna do? Oh no! Oh, they both completely. They both completely fucked it. That is Diakovsky getting it, like Chumley overshoots it, Diakovsky overshoots it, and punts into the rear. So both of them mess up, but Chumley in the end gets spun, and that is not really on him. And it puts them behind. Loos managed to thread the needle. He's up to 8th again after a pretty bad beginning to this race, and he's now clear of Pavagaida and Tim Krusva. Where's Chumley? Chumley's in the pit lane. So he might have taken some damage, or his tires were cooked from the incident or something. I don't know what that is, but he's out of business for now. And this season is already looking really bad for the 2-time champion, who is looking to become the first 3-time champion in 2S ACC history. But it is not looking likely, as well, he got it completely wrong in Hungary, and now he's towards the back of the order once more, maybe with a huge undercut, able to carve back some places in clear air, but this is looking bad for the 333. Jack making a new track, I love to see it. Yeah, he's going wide a bit, isn't he, sometimes? And he's wait, I'm blind. I'm good at my job, by the way. I completely missed that Jack Colley got passed by George Rosu, so that explains the 2.7 second gap in between 3rd and 4th now, with Azalin and Illigner getting some breathing room, but we will have to keep an eye out for the lap time delta between the Romanian in BMW services and the 43 Aston Martin in 2nd position, because I don't know what Rose is going to be able to do. He was able to pass Jack Colley rather quickly, and maybe that indicates his pace is strong and he could be a challenger for the race win. 52 minutes on the clock, so it is certainly still possible. Is that Olive setting up a move? Let's go on board with Antoine Olive. In a little bit of a battle group at the front of the midfield. This is the train for P9. Gaida, Krusva, Antoine Olive, then Jorge Prieto, and then a little bit of a gap to Advertreffen, the silver class leader. Race pretty well ordered so far. Of course, there were the odd incident. Ruben at the back got screwed over Riley, and well, Chumley and Diakovsky collided, and there's probably a penalty coming for Diakovsky. I don't think there's much doubt about that. Certainly his fault, the collision, even though... I mean, Chumley also made a mistake, but the mistake doesn't warrant getting driven into and spun round. The opposite, actually. So that is probably going to be 5 seconds if I judge the stewards correctly on that one. Now Krusva is looking interested in Pave's position here, and I think the Aston Martin has got it a little bit wrong, so maybe the number 79. Oh, the Audi really slow there. Antoine tries to squeeze himself alongside. We've got the Lamborghini on the brake. Oh my god, Krusva sends it and is respected by Geider. They're gonna go side by side to club, and can we get a through goes Antoine moment? I don't think so. So Geider somehow able to come out on top in this scrap. Antoine must be rubbing his hands, and now he's blue-balled a little bit because he was not able to pull off the move. Krusva's got his nose in the inside, and Geider sticks it. So really, really good stuff from them. Now into the braking zone, and that is going to be a heavy one. Also, the Preto is lurking behind. Let's hope he doesn't drive into anyone. Maybe Antoine can get the cut back towards the inside. This is an amazing fight. Geider leaves the space. I really respect what he's doing. He's lost the position there, but he drove really fairly, and now Jorge Preto, newcomer to the series, is looking to do a solid one on the veteran of Antoine Olivet. It is Spain versus France, and it is an absolute lunge into Laffield, or Brooklands, I think. Oh no! A little bit of a bump. So Antoine not going to be too happy about that, but he concedes at the apex of Laffield, and that is a position gain for Jorge Preto. I don't know if I would call that well done, because there was contact, but still, I think it was within the boundaries, and that is Pavel Geider, I think, going for the pit lane. Yep, it is. The Polish driver decides to pull out of that one. Of course, that battle lost him a lot of time, so I understand why you'd pit, but it is 49 minutes from the end, so definitely a little bit early. He's going to have so much fuel from now till the end of the race, and it's going to slow him down considerably. Jack choking. Yep, kinda, actually. Good shout. I was not paying attention, but Jack Colley is kind of choking it away. He's down to 5th now. 1.1 seconds to Nico Veldman already, so he missed the pass for P4. He's lost 2 places that we didn't notice, and now Jakovski's knocking on the door, so if he's not going to get it together anytime soon, he might be looking at dropping towards P6 rapidly. Oh, the 88's off and out of the race. Who's that? The 88, Simone Zanoni. We're going for a replay. Let's check what the Italian has done. Oh, he's just pulling to the side, isn't he? Yep, he is. So he's parked the car. Bit of a shame. Don't know what his race was doing. But that is that. The number 88 out of the race. Really cool livery though, by the way. Just in case he's watching. And even if he's not watching, that livery bangs. I love it. Ruben has made his way up the order well. He's up to 14th. I don't think he's driven ACC a lot in a while, but despite getting completely punted at... Oh, was it him who got punted at the start? Let me check liveries. So Martin Bryan was caught up? No, it was him. He got spun right away, but just put his head down, and he's grinded his way up to P14. Looking to pass Aiden Bailey and Art van Geffen. The 2 leaders in silver class soon. So didn't really show his progress on stream, but the progress certainly is there, and it is very commendable. Oops. Yeah, Jack is choking. I'm sorry, but it's true. It's not going well for him, is it? Jakovski completely breathing down his neck. We'll go on board with the German. Some raw on board there. In the top 3. jumping from one Aston Martin to the other. Oh wait, there's another death. Yellow Dumpster in the Porsche. Well, that Porsche has probably just done Porsche things. Oh my god. Why do people voluntarily drive this death trap? I mean, it certainly is the fastest coffin on Earth, but it's still a coffin, so I don't know. I don't know why I would go for that. Now, Veltman, I don't know why I would go for that. Also applies to what he's done. Why is he pitting? Don't understand it. Don't have to understand it. As long as he knows what he's doing, it's fine. Just a little bit of a why moment there. Oh wait, whoa, did we just see? Oh my god! Ben Lewis and Blindevinkje getting a bit touchy through Maggots and Beckett's. Let's go for a replay. Yeah, they head in side by side. Ben Lewis in the red BMW. And, oh no, he's just overshot that, and at some point he has to get back onto the track. But that is unfortunate, because Blindevinkje is going to be right there. No, okay, they don't. I thought they collided or something, but it's fine. So Ben went for an overtake. It worked for about half a corner, and I was behind again. Chumley and Veld should be ahead of those two guys, so they are fighting for P8, I believe. But yeah, Veld pitting so early, and he's not the only one who's done that. I'm wondering if they are onto something, or if that's, or if that is a bit of a misplay. Aiden P1 silver easy. Yep, what happened to Ad? I don't know what happened to Ad. I'm missing so much. Like, I mean, no, I'm not trying to come off as arrogant here, right? But I think I can do a solo broadcast pretty well. But just I miss so much on-track action. It bugs me. I'm really annoyed with myself there, but it just happens. Don't know what to do about it. But yeah, Van Geffen certainly made a mistake or something, and now Ruben is knocking on the door of Aiden Bailey. I believe he's won silver class last week, and Ruben's looking to the outside. The Audi's setting up the BMW, and he's going all the long way. And he might pull that one off. That is a really impressive move. He's just pulled it. What is Ruben done? That was amazing. That was really, really cool. He just drove all the way around the outside. Didn't even cut back or anything. And just carries the speed past Aiden Bailey. Great stuff. Now 3.7 seconds to Antoine Olivet, who himself is stuck behind Jorge Prieto. Of course, we saw that overtake earlier. And Jakovsky and Collier still impossible to separate within a second, or 4/10, half a second even. And something's brewing. Let them cook. Okay? Just let's see what happens. Well, I'm gonna keep an eye out for it. Jack, it seems like he's sort of gotten it together. Actually, his last lap was terrible. Oh my god, what are they doing? They are slow. His last lap was a 59.7. Jakovsky's 59.5. The guys up ahead were doing 58.2, 57.8, 59.0. So, I don't know. Collie and Jakovsky not too fast. I don't know if that is just Collie not having the pace and Jakovsky being stuck, or if they're evenly matched and just both not on it right now. Mr. Lightning, Silver and Pro are the colors of the driver numbers on the timing tower indicate what class someone is in. If it is white, then it is Pro, and if it is gray, then it is Silver. So Aiden Bailey is first in Silver class, Art van Greffen is second in Silver class, Niels Kruger third, and Moulton fourth, so on. You get the point. Also, someone we've not mentioned today, I don't know if he's had his Mills No moment, but he's currently driving behind Andrew Moulton, so I assume he's probably had some incident. I mean, that was pretty mean, but I don't know. It's also kind of funny. Also kind of true. Also kinda, he does not get the move done. He's just not Ruben van den Hölling, is he? Nope, it's not working that way. I'm sorry. Only Ruben pulls those off. Into cops, don't think he gets alongside. Shame. Could have been good. Juri Blindewinkje and Ben Loos are still together, which I assume means that Ben is faster, but Blind is solid at defending. And Antoine... Oh, wait! Antoine's made the move! Let's go for the replay. What's going on ahead? Wait, Antoine's been ahead? Oh man, I'm so bad at this. That is actually annoying, man. Just show me. Wait, is Mills pinned it? No, Mills has gone past Moulton, and now Moulton is struggling so hard he's getting overtaken by Baudetto, the Italian. Yeah, Moulton is completely on the inside line there. He's gonna wash wide, and that might open him up to a move. Nope. Also, nope to your team name, like in the livery, Timo. Can't say I'm too much of a fan. You know, the color is kind of a vibe, just the motif. You know, the thing that is depicted on your car, kind of an atrocity. So, you know, you can keep the color scheme, just, I don't know, change everything else. But I must say, like, I mean, I'm not really a big fan of pink, but I feel like it works on the Audi. As long as you don't look like this. I would say no offense, but that'd be a lie, so. Ben Loos in the pit lane now. From 7. Probably 9th. Oh, Krosma, that is not the corner. He's just invented an alternative layout through Chapel, and those 3 guys are about to be 4 because there is a Audi closing in rapidly. Ruben van den Herding, the 25 Audi, currently 10th, looking to make that maybe 7th if he gets 3 moves done. He's been flying this race, and he does not look like he wants to be stopped by anyone, even if they're pro class. We got 11 people concurrent viewers. That is really nice to see. Though I'm not sure if the quality is good. If there's something wrong with the quality, please let me know. Because on my mini player, it's showing as kind of bad, honestly. I hope everything's fine, but I assume someone would have complained by now. Also, if you are watching the stream, give it a like. I feast off of that. You know, that pushes my ego and motivates me to, I don't know, scream my heart out even more next week. Kind of worried about WoW, because it keeps showing up that he's starting the game for me, which I hope is no indication of any connection issues on his end. That looks like it's the only thing to be concerned about when it comes to him, because he's looking so good this season. And he's fast as well. See what I did? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, alright. 6 seconds of a gap to Azalin. Azalin and Rosu roughly balanced. I think Rosu's gained a second over the past 10 minutes. So we could get a fight in a while, you know. Diakovsky and Collie are still at it. Collie is still holding the position down. I wonder if someone is gonna pit to get himself out of that fight. Now Blindewinkje is in the pit lane. Man, that Mercedes looks so angry. What's it with everyone putting red angry eyes on their Mercedes? At least it's not an angry chicken. People who watched season 10 will get the reference. Angry chicken car, angry chicken car. Oh, wait, is that a move? Nope. Okay. I thought Ruben might go for that. He's already gained so many places. If anyone knows how to make the overtakes work here, it'd be him. And, well, I'll see. Oh, what have I done? Oh my god, Antoine, you bottle job! Antoine Olivet has pitted. He's picked up a stop-go 30. Nice speeding in the pit lane. I hope it was worth it. Probably gained like half a second on the pit entry, and And now he serves a stop-go 30. So that is the end of his race, let's be completely honest about that. Ruben? Can you do that? Oh my god, he's going for it! He just hangs it right the outside. Now the inside for Luffield is his, and he's just making it look so easy! He's just making it look so easy. What was that? He's just made Preto look like a lower class car. Dude, I'm worse at lapping GT4s than he is at overtaking GT3s. What is that? Ridiculous skill from him. Great stuff, Ruben. He just lives in that corner. Brooklands, Luffield, that's his turf, man. Don't want him in your mirrors there. Now, of course, it helps that the guy you just passed went to the pits right away, so maybe he didn't defend properly. Now, Ben Lewis is hopefully not looking to shove Blindevinkia around, because they are right at it again after the pit stops. The 62 and the 87. Maybe to the inside, but I think Blindevinkia gets the run here. Oh, they leave each other no room for error, but it is fine because they both know what they're doing. Roughly, though, maybe now they're gonna run out of ideas as they head towards Cobb's corner, but the inside car's got the nose ahead, and that is really important. Ben Lewis gets the move done. Nice stuff from him. Maybe Blindevinkia can counter it, though, because he's gotten a better exit, and into Maggots and Beckett's. You don't want to run side by side. He's on the outside, which will turn into the inside. He thinks better of it, and I'm glad about that. And so would Ben B, but he unfortunately completely bins it. Is on the grass, and surely that's going to be a re-overtake. The Mercedes sets the BMW up nicely. No! Onto the slipstream. Down hanger straight, maybe. Blindevinkia versus Ben Lewis. Netherlands versus Luxembourg. I wouldn't be able to separate the flags, and you wouldn't be able to separate the cars either. Blindevinkia goes to the outside and has no chance there. The Haas enthusiast keeping him at bay for now. Maybe into Club corner. On the brakes, he could make it work. Ben with an early turn in, and he keeps the place. That was such a good scrap. Blindevinkia not done yet. I keep thinking this fight is over and lowering my voice, but then it keeps going. I'm gonna run out of air. God, please help me. So anyways, I was saying, miss! No! Why? I explained the Mills No meme last week. I don't have to again. It's fine. Oh wait, Giacolli is stuck behind Brian. That is actually big. Because he was in a fight with Jankowski. What was that? What in God's name was that? What was that sound? Am I gonna die? I don't know if you heard that. I don't know what that was. I hope it never comes back. That hurt. God damn it. So, okay, what I was going to say, Jack Colley, well, he tried to pit, maybe for the undercut, but he gets stuck behind Martin Bryan. Bryan is very cooperative about that, but I think that still costs Colley the position. Wouldn't be surprised to see Jakowski up ahead now. So we'll check for that. They are well behind Veldman. So I wonder where Veldman comes out in this. I would think that what he's done is pretty bad because, of course, you start the race at around 60 liters of fuel or so, and then you pit, and you just drive the well, if you pit that early, you drive the entire race with like 90 liters, as opposed to just, you know, doing 60 liters and then pitting for like 40 more and being at low fuel all the time. You're basically a fat fuck all the way through. And, yeah, don't know if that's too desirable. As in time loss. Oh God! And Jack is not getting any break now. Marvin Betch, less cooperative than Martin Bryan. He's not having fun with those silver class cars. That is surely the position for Jakowski. Very certainly going to be P4, maybe even P5. Well, maybe just P5. I don't know where Veldman is in all of this. I didn't forget about him. I just can't judge where he is. Also, the next cars lined up for Van den Hudding. That is Tim Kursva in the yellow Audi lined up, and surely going to be passed soon. Moulton in the pit lane, and Kursva is a little bit on the grass on the inside through left field, but he manages to resist. Not that there was real possibility of an overtake here, but it's, you know, I said it's Ruben's corner. He likes that one. See how they manage cops. That is so smooth by Ruben. You can see Ruben is driving a little bit better. It's just that bit faster. Uses more track. It carries more speed. And now is on the better line for sure. Don't think he gains much time though. Oh, that was a bit of a missed apex there. But Tim goes off in Chapel again. We've seen him do that earlier. It's become routine, and I fear that could become a not a warning. That could become a penalty at some point in the future. 4 warnings, you get a penalty, and that could well constitute a warning, even if it doesn't gain much time. It's certainly a shortcut, and it is getting off scot-free for a mistake you made. No send. Sad. Zoned out for 2 seconds. I knew. I tried to bring you back. It's like when the teacher makes the screechy sound with chalk on the board to wake up the students. That's what that was. It was just general emotional distress at the situation of Jack Mills. Speaking of emotional distress, I wouldn't. Oh my God, he's actually choked. Yeah, that was emotional distress. That was missing your breaking point because of all the pressure piled on by the number 25. Now through the sweep here onto the straight, and that is a done deal. Nicely done from Ruben. Even if he was more passive in that overtake, he just forced the arrow, and Tim could not keep it up forever. Another place game for the number 25 who came from last. Good stuff from him, and mind you, he's been taken out on the first corner of this race. He actually lost like 5 seconds in that, so just such an amazing drive. Illigan and Rostos have gone for a pit stop in the meantime. So at Silverstone, people pit really early apparently. And now that is Velman behind Baudetto. Maybe sending it. Yeah, Baudetto is not going for the apex. He's not lapped or anything, but he's down a pit stop, so it makes sense to not disturb someone genuinely fighting towards the front. Oh, is that Prieto? Well, of course it is Prieto, but is he going for something? No, he's not. Veltman 2.3 behind Rosa, so he's actually done really well on his really huge undercut. Ruben now lining up Linde Winkje, the next move. Keeps giving us some entertainment this race. Actually pretty hard to observe from this camera, but maybe can swing it around in Stowe. Oh no! A little bit of a whack to the back. That was not intentional. Well, I hope the whack to the back was not intentional, but also I didn't mean to say it that way. It wasn't supposed to rhyme. Yeah. The pink atrocity, 3 seconds behind them, so it's not worked out for Sam at all. He's behind that fight, and not even in the top 10. Jakowski goes for the pits, and that is the last driver to do so. Ruben's still struggling here, and Crosva has to defend from Prieto. We've seen that Prieto can overtake. He did it earlier on Antoine. So does Antoine still exist? Yeah, Antoine is in 20th. And he's just pulled a move on Martin Bryan for P19. So he's doubled his points. Isn't that amazing? Now Ruben has also gotten an amazing run out of Village, and that is a done deal. Wins out in the fight between the Dutchmen. So where does Jakowski come out? Is that... was that Illing? No. Oh my god, what's going on? Okay, Seligner is completely clear. So clear. Of everyone. 7.7 seconds. My god. And then it is Jakowski. No, Rosso Jakowski is prophesized is ahead of Jack Colley, but both are behind Nico Veldman, so Veldman's has done a good one. Might get himself on the podium. I don't think that's his ambition here. You think he wants more, but it might be all he can get, and he'll have to try and be happy with that. Blindevink under threat from Krusva, so those guys are completely well, they are really tough to read when it comes to pace, and Blindevink almost gets rear-ended again in that corner. He does have quite low apex speed there. Now we've dropped some drivers to 26. Who's well, astray. Wait, that's Rosu! Oh my god, P3 is off, and that could give Veldman the podium. Let's go for a replay. And you can see he was completely all out of shape coming into this. Goes too deep onto the grass, hits the wall, off he goes. Ah, that hurts. I was talking about it in qualifying. He's shown so much pace in his time when he was driving here actively, but usually the consistency lacked. He got himself into incidents. He did, well, go off the road quite a few times, and it's happened again. That has not changed so far. 23 minutes to go, and he's down to P6. Maybe he can still recover something, but it is 8.6 seconds to Jack Colley in 5th, and now Nico Veldman looks good for another fast-forward double podium. Wait a second. I'm quickly checking something. Okay, we're good. Just had to check something. We're fine. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think for this I would have liked a Cocom actually. It's hard to talk that much in one go. Chumley at the back of this fight. The battle for P9. Blindevink here, Crossbar, and now Prieto, and now Chumley. Aiden Bailey looking at another silver class win ahead of Niels Krüger. Oh, Sam! Wee! Oh, what? No! Crossbar Prieto! It's gone all wrong. Ah, God. Let's go for a replay. I assume I know what happened. So, Grosjean, pretty bad run, and then Preto's just gonna completely overshoot it. Yup, good night. Buenos noches. That is a slam dunk penalty if I've ever seen one. And Tim, the innocent party in that. He did say goodbye. Whew. Okay. What is brewing? I think Colli and Jakowski will become a fight again. I think Rosso behind them is struggling too much on pace. So yeah, Jakowski, Colli not decided yet. But apart from that, field pretty strung out. Moulton's behind Bardetto. Let's pay that some mind. So Chumley, of course, gained 2 places with the Bonk ahead of him. Ironically, gained 2 places through the same thing that happened to him. Actually, Veltman looks like he's gonna pull a train for the 3rd podium place. Which is also the 3rd place overall. I am smart. I know how numbers work. Unlike ACC, look at the bottom right. It does not know how numbers work. Renault knows how blue flags work though, so the, Ukrainian colored car gets out of the way. Wait, is he Ukrainian? I think he is, but does he actually... I mean, he does not actually live in Ukraine, does he? I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. He usually watches the races back. Saw his comment last week. So, if you hear this, what's your situation? I don't actually know if he's Ukrainian, or if that's just my head lore because he's been driving a Ukrainian colored car forever. Oh, wait, that is Jakowski is so close to Veltman. He's breathing down his neck. He's, I think one team is gonna finish with 2 cars on the podium. Just don't know if it's the Aston Martin with Azulin and Jakowski, or fast forward with Illigner and Veltman, and this fight is the one that decides that. Of course, Jack Colley could get himself involved, though he is taking a backseat for now. Oh wait, Chumley I think is gonna... Chumley is fighting Blinde Vink here. Yep, we just catch the tail end of that, and I think our two-time champion is gonna get that one done. Oh, Blinde, so much speed carried, but bad line into the second part of it. Oh no, he tags the back of Sam! Oh no. Oh no. Oh, and he waits for him, and they're both gonna lose so many places. Oh god! And Sam completely cuts the corner. Imagine if we got a stop-go for that. Oh no. Well, I mean, at least... You know, at least he was fair about it, but they all just dropped the places to Ruben and Aiden and Tim. So, not good on that front. And probably still a penalty. Well, what do I say? Probably. Definitely. We don't consider letting others pass for time penalties, because that way you just decide yourself how big your punishment is, and that is not fun. Like, the FIA should do that. It's way more fair and consistent. Even if some angry people in chat disagree every now and then, I think that is the best way we do it. And so I feel bad for Blind in that sense, but he's also, I don't think, here for championship or anything. I think he's just here for the fun. I'm just saying that because he did not drive the first two races, so I don't think he minds losing a few more points. Still annoying. Mills, no! Jack Mills. It's all gone wrong. Let's go for the replay, shall we? Oh, he's done the thing, boys! He has done the thing. He has done the endurance 12-hour race thing. I don't remember what it was we said, but I think the first ever race 2S people did on ACC was the ultimate squad of myself, Sam Chumley, and Jack Mills at the 12-hour race at Silverstone. I don't remember what Jack said. No, right, it was, right, Sam said, just keep it clean, and then Mills did exactly what he did just there, as his first corner of an endurance race. But now, Jakowski is, he's not interested in that piece of lore. He's looking to write some history himself. That's maybe a little bit much, but at least he puts himself alongside the Season 9 champion, and he gets the cutback to the inside. We've seen Ruben do it all day, and now Jakowski pulls it off and puts Veldman in his place, down to 4th for the Dutchman. And Jack Colley follows suit. You know, of course, he had a terrible opening stage to this Grand Prix. I don't know if it's a Grand Prix, but to this race. And now, certainly, it's come back to him. He's quite fast now, and he's trying to get P3. He'll have to get past two dudes, Veldman and Jakowski. 12 minutes on the clock, certainly still possible, but bit of a task. Could make a double podium, though. Well, 2 in a row, I mean. Oh, there's side-by-side action. That's Blinde Vinkia and Prieto. Blinde has to, deal with the drivers he let past in an effort to let Sam past. So that's all caught up to him. That is Jack. Can Jack Colley get 4th? Is he sending it? Don't think he is. Nope, he's not. And also at Silver Class, I haven't mentioned those guys in a while, but Aiden Bailey looking set for a second win in a row. Then big gap, quite a few drivers in between that, to Niels Krüger, and then is Advan Geffen, our pole sitter, who has had some incidents. You can see Silver Class, a little bit less of a consistent one, because drivers just make a little bit more mistakes. A few mistakes more, so to speak. Alex Prop has a pen coming his way, though that is true. I did forget about that. That's a very, very good catch, Higgsy. Good shout. Likely got a 5-second coming, at least. Maybe even 10. Illingner's look completely untouchable, so he doesn't get much screen time, but here's your screen time. Enjoy it. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you driving the corner. Let's go. Amazing. Amazing driving and telling. That's enough screen time for today. We'll see each other on the finish line. And Sam is past Lindevinke. Didn't miss that. But he's not past Corsa yet, so it is the neon yellow car versus the pink atrocity. But is Veldman under threat? Well, he's certainly under threat all the time, but the gap is just a 10th in places on the Delta. And this fight is also still going on. So I think Veld might drop to 4th. And this fight, I don't know what's going to happen here. I think they're both faster than Krushva, and then amongst themselves, no clue what's going to happen. Also don't know if Azelin's done enough to keep his championship lead. 1-2 between him and Iligna. Azelin without a race win this season, but doing really well in the standings. Now Blinde is completely tucked in. It's just doesn't find the space on the inside. That's the problem about these corners. You can't really run them side by side properly, or it's not heavy braking. You don't really gain much space, so you have to slipstream properly and then get the move done. Krushva completely blocks the apex for Sam there. Not much he can do. You can see Blinde taking the avoidance swing to set himself up well for the Wellington straight, but I don't think that is enough. Let's go on board with him, check out how he's doing for himself. Oh, Sam is going. Oh, Sam is going into Maggots Beckett. Can he pull that one off? Oh, he can. I wasn't really reacting to it because I thought that's not happening anyways, but it just did. Great stuff from him, showing why he's a two-time champion, and now Krushva, once more, in a terrible position in Chapel, but able to completely block the way off for Blindevinkia in the green Mercedes, who is not finding the way past, also not into Stowe. No way through, really, maybe with a good run now. Surely he's going to be hungry, but Tim on the inside is making Blinde work for it. Now he has to get it on the brakes. I think Tim goes deep here, and maybe that is the chance. No, another blocked apex. He's really good at this, but through goes Blindevinkia, question mark, exclamation mark, bump on the exit, and he's got it. So, good stuff from him. The number 62, after quite some fighting, advances in position up to P11 again. Good showing from him, apart from the part where he completely committed murder. Well, he didn't completely commit murder, he just tapped Sam into a spin. But, yeah, a spin is a spin. Nice lunge from Niels there, he's making me worried, man. Don't do that to me. This is a confirmed BMW simp. I think the Prieto car looks really good. Yes, I'm a BMW fan. How could you tell? And I know it's just base livery, and then some red. Wait, what is? What is blood doing? What are you, bro? Replay? What are you doing? What's going on? He just... What the... What in the hell? Oh no! That was, something. What is Blood doing? How many places did he lose? That is second in silver class, and Advan, well, he just loses 1 place. Oh my god. I just lost brain cells. Oh no. Okay. Onward with Jack Colley. I think the most likely driver to give us an overtake before the end of this. And it is brewing. And that is actually, thinking about it, that could be for podium. 3 seconds between Diakovsky and Veldman. We don't know what Diakovsky's gonna get hit with, but he did kill someone earlier. 5 seconds at least coming his way, so this is actually for the podium. We should hype this up more. 5 minutes to go. The last 12, I know English, of this race. And the fight for the podium still very much ongoing. Oh my god, Jack! That was a drift and a half. Yo, what in God's name? Don't let him cook. That was, well, he held it nicely, but it also looked completely terrible. And it certainly cost time, both of them. Check the delta. It would be really important whether this is a 5-second or 10-second penalty for Alexander Diakovsky. Because, oh my god! Jesus! Don't do that to me. I'm not old, but I feel myself getting older watching these guys race. And speaking of which, side by side through cops, amazing idea. F1 2021 approved, and it goes well because Prieto pulls out at the last moment. Thinks better of it. I mean, he's also committed murder in Village, but his racecraft so far has been pretty solid. Of course, he's under extra scrutiny since he's a new driver, so we pay extra attention to make sure he's clean. And I think so far it's been fine. He's made the odd mistake, and that of course is not great, but what can you do? Ruben, certainly doing everything he could, coming from last, getting killed turn 1, P7 now, ahead of George Rosso, the Romanian. They very much had very different races. Both were off at some point, and but one comes from the front of the grid, the other one from the very back, and well, it's gone. And now they meet, fighting for P7 and P8. Prieto tries to go deep into Village, not like the other time he went deep into Village, I hope. Because that was not good. That was a stewarding matter. Oh, is he getting the inside? No, he's not. Okay, I thought he was getting it to Brooklands. Kosva's defensive driving today is really outstanding. I think we've seen him, well, do a lot of it, which is an indicator that his pace has not been amazing. But he certainly made up for it by driving a very wide Audi. And he's gonna carry that wide Audi into Cop's corner. And hopefully not go deep. Because that's how he loses the positions eventually. I think that's how Ruben passed him into Village. But yeah, no coming through with Maggots and Beckett's. That would be too nice. It just doesn't get past. He just can't get past. Don't know how many more laps there is. Let's 2 or 3. It's gonna be 2 more. No, it's not. Okay, it's gonna be really close, but with 1:55 to go, this is the last lap of the race now. Dominic Illegner sets us up for the finale, which means that Jack Colley gets only 1 more lap to try and get past Veldman for the last podium position. Unless they both lose too much time, then it goes over to Diakovsky, who is carrying a time penalty of either 5 or 10 seconds. Maybe he's not carrying one at all, I'm not sure. I'm just pretty sure it was a slam dunk. That's the wrong driver to watch. I want to go with this fight. Can Jack do the thing? This is likely going to be his last shot. It is the hanger straight. His best chance before the end, but I don't think the slipstream exists, to be quite frank. Maybe with Ascent. Oh, is he going? He is going! He puts himself alongside, but I think Veld can carry it. He left the space on the inside and is now looking good for Club. Just needs to make sure the braking point fits. He's early on the brakes than Jack Colley, who looks to go deep. Hug the inside for the second part of Club, and now they're going to run side by side towards the F1 start-finish straight. I think Jack Colley's just gotten it done. It could be the second podium in a row. That is really good. That was a really good overtake. I did not see that coming at all. Into Abbey now, but Veldman is certainly gonna lunge towards the inside. I don't know if there's 5 or 10 seconds coming for Diakowski. This is really exciting. They can't afford to lose any more time. We're waiting for the next sector split between Diakowski and Colley. And yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, Dom. You're not getting screen time. You just won the race. I'm proud of you, but. There's stuff going on. Aslan finishes second. Jakowski gonna finish third on the row. Illigan a complete domination today, but his teammate is still fighting for the last spot on the podium. Goes super deep on the brakes here. They don't know that there's a penalty waiting to happen, but Jack Colley comes out on top in this. And depending on the penalty of Jakowski, whether it's 5 or 10 seconds, it is either Jakowski or Jack Colley who rounds out the podium. And then Veldman is going to be 5th or 4th, depending on the penalty. Ben Loos, our race winner from last time, he is 6th. And then it is Ruben van den Hudding with one mighty last 2x challenge drives. Really good stuff. George Rosu, once more, I mean, he's just done what he always does, which is show pace and then fall short because of one mistake. There's always one tragedy in a George Russell race, and then as soon as he cleans that up, he's gonna be amazing. But yeah, speaking of things that are amazing, not this car. This car, for example, looks good, but this one, I'm afraid does not. We witness it crossing the line. P9. Not really his fault today. He did get driven into. Lindevink here showed some good stuff. Caused a collision. He's gonna get a penalty, I'm sure. Aiden Bailey wins silver class yet again. P11 overall. Good stuff from him. Tim Kruschwa. Good defensive driving today, especially unless he gets spooked off the apex. And then it's Jorge Prieto. Then Advan Geffen, Niels Krüger, Andrea Baudetto, Andrew Moulton, P17, then Antoine Olivet with the stop-go 30, Marvin Betch, Rainoa, Jack Mills with another stop-go 30, and then Schmidt, Brian, guy that did not finish. So, that is the race. Thanks to everyone who joined me in chat. Give Alex 10 secs immo. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Could well be 10 seconds. If it goes with my philosophy, it's 10. I just don't know what our precedents are right now, so I have no idea what that is. Gonna update you on it next week to see who got the final podium spot, if it's Colley or Diakowski. Would be another podium that Diakowski bottles and Colley gets, second time in a row. Anyways, that is that. Thanks everyone for watching. It's been a pleasure to broadcast this race. Illigna domination is real. Let's hope someone can give them a fight next week as we head to a track that is show me the color. Kota. Oh god, I have to buy the DLC. Oh no. Oh no. Well, okay. Whatever. See you then. Goodbye. Have a good